Have you ever wondered why some people consistently rise to the top while millions remain stuck at the starting line? The secret isn't just in what they do, but in what they quietly eliminate. 3 things successful people silently remove: no noise, no fanfare, but with the power to completely transform their lives. And the scariest part? You might be holding on to them without even realizing it. Don't miss this, because sometimes, what you let go of is what defines who you become. Let's dive in. Stop. Right now. Whatever you're doing, put it down and lean in, because this video might just be the turning point you've been waiting for. We're about to unmask 8 silent saboteurs, invisible forces quietly eroding your potential, day by day, moment by moment. These aren't just bad habits or common slip-ups. These are the very pitfalls ancient philosophers warned us about centuries ago. The best part? You won't need grand declarations, dramatic transformations, or life-shaking overhauls. This is about quiet, strategic elimination. The kind of change that doesn't scream for attention but silently shifts the entire trajectory of your life. Step by step, with precision and clarity, these subtle yet powerful adjustments will create ripple effects, spreading outwards, transforming everything they touch. So, what are you about to uncover? 8 invisible enemies of success, hidden chains holding you back, weights you didn't even realize you were carrying. And by the end of this video, you'll walk away with a clear roadmap, a precise guide to cut away these invisible anchors. No fluff. No empty buzzwords. Just timeless wisdom, battle-tested across centuries, quietly practiced by the world's most successful individuals. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1. Digital noise, the silent saboteur of your mind. Every ping, every vibration, every blinking red dot on your phone isn't just an irritation, it's silently rewiring your brain. Each buzz shatters your focus into scattered fragments, turning deep, uninterrupted concentration into an impossible luxury. The ancient Stoics taught us that clarity of mind is the foundation of true wisdom and success, but how can you find clarity when your thoughts are constantly hijacked by a relentless flood of notifications? Research shows that even having your phone nearby, silent and face down, reduces your cognitive capacity, trapping you in an addiction loop carefully engineered to keep you hooked. As Warren Buffett once said, the chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. Make no mistake, your phone isn't just a tool, it's an attention thief, promising connection but delivering disconnection from your goals, your focus, and even yourself. The solution? Be intentional. Turn off non-essential notifications, schedule specific times to check your devices, and create boundaries you fiercely protect. As Marcus Aurelius advised, if you seek tranquility, do less. Your brain craves space to breathe, reflect, and create. Every distraction is a tap on your shoulder, interrupting your flow and scattering your thoughts. But when you reduce digital noise, clarity returns, focus sharpens, and creativity thrives. This isn't about rejecting technology, it's about mastering it. Use it intentionally, and you'll reclaim your time, your mind, and your sense of purpose. Are you ready to silence the noise and rediscover your focus? 2. The people around you, architects of your destiny. Breaking free from old patterns often requires facing an uncomfortable truth: your environment shapes you more than your intentions do. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, understood this deeply. As Seneca once said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. The relationships you nurture, both empowering and toxic, act like invisible threads, weaving patterns into your habits, mindset, and aspirations, often without you even noticing. Toxic connections are not always loud or obvious, they're more like a slow poison, quietly draining your energy, dulling your ambition, and keeping you anchored to cycles you're desperately trying to escape. Modern psychology echoes this ancient insight. The theory of social contagion reveals that behaviors, attitudes, and even emotions spread through social groups like an invisible virus. As Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But let's be clear, maintaining relationships that stunt your growth isn't loyalty, it's self-sabotage. This doesn't mean you need dramatic exits or fiery confrontations. Real transformation often happens silently and strategically. Start by gently limiting your exposure to those whose values clash with your goals, and instead, invest your energy in relationships that challenge, inspire, and align with your aspirations. The effect is subtle but profound. When you consistently surround yourself with driven, growth-oriented individuals, their habits begin to seep into your own. Their standards become your baseline, their achievements morph into roadmaps for your success. As Tony Robbins observed, the quality of your life is a direct reflection of the expectations of your peer group. Soon, you'll notice your energy shifting, your ambitions expanding, and your mindset sharpening. The change doesn't happen overnight, but it's undeniable. You are not responsible for fixing or saving others, your responsibility lies in crafting an environment where you can thrive. The right people act as tailwinds, lifting you higher, pushing you forward. The wrong ones are anchors, heavy and unyielding, pulling you under. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. 3. The 80-20 rule, maximize impact, minimize waste. Imagine achieving extraordinary results by focusing on just a fraction of your efforts. That's the power of the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It reveals a profound truth: 80% of outcomes often stem from just 20% of actions. The secret lies in identifying that crucial 20%, the small set of tasks, relationships, or habits that drive the majority of your success, and relentlessly focusing your energy there. As Tim Ferriss wisely said, focus on being productive instead of busy. But there's an insidious enemy lurking in the shadows: perfectionism. Left unchecked, it can stretch simple tasks into endless marathons, consuming time, energy, and mental clarity. Perfectionism isn't about high standards, it's about fear of failure disguised as diligence. As Sheryl Sandberg put it bluntly, done is better than perfect. Deadlines, even self-imposed ones, are your shield against perfectionism's endless loop. They force you to act, to deliver, and most importantly, to move forward. At the root of perfectionism lies a dangerous mindset, equating self-worth with output. This belief is both common and deeply flawed. Your value as a person isn't determined by the flawlessness of your work. Brené Brown captures it perfectly: owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing we'll ever do. When you decouple your identity from your results, you free yourself from the fear of imperfection, making space for faster growth, greater creativity, and fearless experimentation. And then there's the shadow of judgment, the silent weight that holds so many back. The fear of what others might think is universal, yet often baseless. Most people are too wrapped up in their own lives to scrutinize yours with the intensity you imagine. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus offered timeless advice: if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The truth is, the loudest judgment doesn't come from others, it comes from your inner critic. Overcoming this fear isn't about silencing that voice, but about building judgment calluses, a term psychologists use to describe resilience against criticism. Share your work in low-stakes environments, expose yourself gradually to feedback, and over time, you'll find that judgment loses its power over you. Every trailblazer, Einstein, Steve Jobs, and countless others, faced relentless judgment. But what set them apart was their refusal to let criticism halt their progress. Theodore Roosevelt said it best: it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. So step boldly into your arena. Your unique contributions matter, your voice deserves to be heard, and your work has the power to create change. By embracing the 80-20 rule, silencing perfectionism, and confronting the fear of judgment, you're not just optimizing your productivity, you're unlocking your true potential. The changes you make today may seem small, but over time, they compound into a life of purpose, efficiency, and impact. Focus on what truly matters, let go of perfectionism and fear, and watch as your growth accelerates. As Marcus Aurelius advised, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Start today.